Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to join the launch and learn of March. So it's our great pleasure to be the host agency of this month. So I'm Peggy Du, the interim executive director of Association of Chinese Americans. So just want to give you a little bit overview of our organization. ACA is a 501c3 nonprofit organization established in 1972. So we are actually turning 50 years old next year. Also, we are the founding chapter of the Organization of Chinese Americans, OCA. So right now we have 4 service centers that operates in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County. We have our Detroit Service Center in Hannon House and the Madison Heights Center, Chinese Community Center. We also operate in Canton, Summit on the Park. And also we have one office in Macomb County Service Center, which we provided the social service once a week before the pandemic. So ACA is dedicated to advancing the social, educational, political, and economic well-being of Asian Pacific Americans in the United States. That's our mission. And a little bit history about ACA. So in 1971, Dr. Andrew Yang, he invited the Detroit area Chinese Americans to a presentation on the need for a national Chinese American organization. The next year, the Detroit chapter was founded and over 200 people attended the inaugural dinner. And the next year, the OCA founded. So in 10 years, in 1984, ACA High School Scholarship Program started. So we have been operate for more than 37 years and sponsor the high school seniors to get scholarship and to encourage them to more involve in the community events and some academic and trying to get them or know about the APA community. And also in 1982, our Detroit Downtown Shopping Center was opened. And in a few years, when it's 1990, the shopping center officially opened in Detroit. And in 2005, we opened services at Canton Summit on the Park. And the same year, our Chinese Community Center opened. 2011, our Detroit shopping service center moved to the Hannon House, which is our current location. In 2013, we opened services in Macomb County. In 2015, that's our CCC Chinese Community Center's 10th anniversary. In 2017, we have the Vincent Chen 45th anniversary reimbursements at the Chinese Community Center. In 2017, we officially certified as an organization for the President's Volunteer Service Award. So give us a little bit on history about our ACA. Next slide, please. So next, I'm going to introduce our services. So our scope of service including advocacy, arts and culture, community involvement, preventive health, youth education and development, career and professional development, and public and social services. So our service goal, we wanted to promote community health, to enhance community security and well-being, to empower senior livelihood, to enhance access to basic health care, to empower youth with education opportunities and leadership training, and to enhance cultural awareness. So before the pandemic, our daily on-site services, that includes the Chinese English translation and interpretation, and we also provided counseling service for personal program, and also counseling service for social work and health-related questions. And we also welcome the seniors come to our center to enjoy some recreational activities, such as playing games, computer lab hour, library, and TV viewing, reading newspaper and magazine. And we also provide the senior congregate meals 5 days a week. So we also have weekly group activities that includes choir, poetry reading, Tai Chi, enhanced fitness, computer class, and ESL class, including digital, medical, and citizenship. And we have ballroom and line dance. Also, we have the monthly health screenings conducted by the students from medical school. So that's or before the pandemic. But right now, even with the pandemic, we also have our weekly group activities, most of them being transferred to the online platform. We're using Zoom and still hosting the weekly programs so that seniors can continue to being like a getting together. So like they can communicate with each other. They can see our face to face, and they are learning a lot. So like catch up the technologies. So I think that's pretty good program for them. So here is a list of our public and social services. So we have a certified Medicaid and Medicare counselor and navigator for the marketplace to help with the insurance part. And we also help the clients with benefit application, including SSI, WEEK, and some other programs, as well as the unemployment insurance, green card renew, citizenship application, and translation and notarization. So here is a video of our 2020 year program overview. Please enjoy the video.
And I'm going to take you through the culture, history, food, and fun things about Taiwan. And that was pork trotters. So this is called zhujiao, pork trotters. Wow, look at her place them. She even has some fire, and I think it creates pressure and kind of like a suction, like a vacuum. Let's look at what our teacher is writing. 仁义礼智信.
乡愁是一方矮矮的坟墓，
露珠沿着细细的枝茎，沁入黑黑的泥土。就算过节。
Good job, Brian. Where do sticks come from?
Some cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
Thank you, Esther.
做一道蔬菜的料理。
讲解中医角度如何在这种特殊时期提高我们的免疫力，
如何在秋季里养生。
Welcome everyone for joining us tonight for the workshop.
Well, I hope you enjoy the video. So it covers from like October 19 like to September 2020. So like you can see the first part we can still like meet in person, but until like last year I think well, it's a 1 year anniversary for work from home. Like we haven't been able to meet in person for a while. And this year, like our Lunar New Year celebration was also virtual, and also our programs and our educational class, even our healthy screening. So there are some couple of new things happening, like our youth summer camp, like being in the virtual platform. We also added the reading program for kids to study the Asian Pacific, and also like to get involved in the more cultural awareness for their study during the pandemic. So like we established the COVID-19 Relief Community Education Committee at the beginning. And we also assist with census, unemployment, and non-filer, even senior care and youth education through our hotlines and our online programs and services. So bilingual COVID-19 related resource from CDC, federal and state governments, and community and organization, we provided them to translate it, help to the seniors and to get the most up-to-date information, know about how they can protect themselves. And we also provided over 50 online telehealth workshops and seminars, events, and classes for the community. And our efforts still continuing. We are bringing the vaccine mobile clinic to our Chinese Community Center next Tuesday, March the 16th. So we hope our seniors over 65 years old and like more and more qualified people on the list can get a vaccine like with the mobile clinic, so that we can help them translate and registration and like they feel safe to be have the vaccine, like we ensure them to get it. Yeah, here's the flyer, and we already limited under 300, but we are planning to host another clinic very soon so that the rate of the vaccine can be increased and everybody get protected. So like our care packages still continuing distributing to residents in Oakland, Wayne, and Washtenaw and Macomb County. So we provide them with the essential groceries and bakeries and also PPEs, including masks and hand sanitizers to give them the protect and essential foods. So initially, we also provided the power-up packs to our frontline heroes and to the hospitals, to fire stations, and to the nursing home, and to police stations and fire department and shelters as well. So also some PPEs to the people who are in need. So we want to give special thanks to our volunteers and donors, because we couldn't have done this without the support of all of them. We have over 200 volunteers with in-kind donation of over 3,000 hours of the last year. They help us with the COVID-19 relief and even for the high school scholarship and our CCC building and some general activities and programs. And we also thank for our unsung hero, Mr. Hum, like who helped us to take care of our love garden. So we can see like from our farm to table, from garden to table. We would like to thank for all our lovely volunteers and donors to support our ACA program. So here's another video.
Yeah, so maybe I can jump in real quick to kind of explain. So even through the pandemic, like Peggy mentioned, we were very fortunate with the support of the community volunteers to transition a lot of our programs online. And that includes some of our annual signature events. So like Lunar New Year, even our B3 leadership trainings. And annually, we also have a donor and volunteer appreciation that is usually separate. But of course, because of the pandemic, we had to do virtual. And pre-COVID, these were all centered around eating, everyone gathering together and just kind of enjoying the times and kind of sharing the memories. But we still want to take the extra effort, even though it's virtual and there's no food to enjoy together. We've made a special opening and then even a closing short video to kind of express our gratitude. And then in the middle here is also just a very little small appreciation bag that we gave to all of our donors, volunteers, which included just the face mask with our kind of COVID-19 slogan, together we shall overcome. So I'll show real quick, this is the opening video. And then, of course, to make it even more special, we want to make sure that we kind of ended that appreciation event with, I guess you could say, with a bang. So this is just a really short, also closing for that.
Yeah, thank you, David, for sharing that wonderful videos and just the memories. And so, yeah, this the sentence showing like the things we want to say. Just to say thank you, very thankful for all the support from the community, all the support from our board staff, interns, and our volunteers and donors. So now let me hand it over to David, and he will give us some overview of our Chinese Community Center.
Yeah, so I guess, hi everyone, my name is David, so I'm the Interim Assistant Director as well as the Chinese Community Center. So I think Peggy kind of covered the general history, and so I guess I'm kind of just elaborating a little bit, but also touching base on, even with the pandemic, we were still able to host some activities on site, but of course following precautions. So on the top left corner, you see this is actually as of over the past year and a half, we've been undergoing the accreditation process. So this was just all the staff kind of on site at the CCC going through that. And the top right corner is, like you saw in the videos, we were still able to transition our summer camp to virtual platform. So this was us at our usual Canton summer camp location, but we made it as a pickup for parents to drop by and pick up the summer camp materials as well as drop off. And again, we are very fortunate and lucky to have volunteers that even during this time, they were willing to come out and help us clean the exterior, the landscapes of the Chinese Community Center, so that not only is it maintained, but when we return back to normal, it doesn't seem like the CCC has just been forgotten. And then we're able to just recontinue our programs. And I think one special thing is, like Peggy mentioned, was at the CCC, we actually have our own home garden. And it actually started with this little small picture here. It was just a very small plot, but then we expanded to a second smaller plot and a third one. And so this is supported by Mr. Home, one of our volunteers, as well as several other seniors to help us start up and take care of this, as well as a fundraising opportunity for us to provide organic homegrown vegetables, but also taking this and applying it to our summer camp and other events, such as our healthy gardening fair, to kind of promote, healthy living and how they can utilize, homegrown vegetables. And this was actually last year, because again, pandemic. So we also made sure that we, packaged the vegetables that we've grown, and then we've also delivered it to nearby senior apartments because it wasn't convenient for them to go to the grocery stores. So this is Mr. Home here. He's been our main home garden caretaker. And so for those of you that may not recognize it, just this is actually a bitter melon. And then this is either you can call it chayote or like a Buddha's hand, and then string beans. And then unfortunately, we're unable to do it on site. Otherwise, I would have the opportunity to, show you guys what else is at the CCC. But I guess just to supplement is that throughout the year pre-COVID, or even when we have openings, we have hot lunch services. But then on a weekly basis, we have ping pongs. During summer, weekends, weekdays, our center is also available for rentals. So whether it's for exhibits, I've had 2 or 3 weddings, and also just for health fairs, home gardens. So yeah, so that's just a brief overview, and that's the end. And I think right now is just opening up to any questions or anything you want us to maybe elaborate on, or you would like to know more about.
I have a question for y'all. I don't know, I hope it's okay. I'm just jumping in here. But my question is, I actually work for Disability Network Oakland and Macomb, and we often look for other organizations doing great work to partner with. I was just curious, what would be the most advantageous community partners for y'all? Are there particular service areas y'all are looking to plug in?
So maybe Peggy could expand that, but I guess maybe just to get a better understanding. So you're asking, I guess, other opportunities for us to expand our work. Is that where you're?
Yeah, I just think so we often find that other agencies have like-minded goals, and so there's always strength in numbers, and so I'd like to find out how we can be advantageous or help y'all serve your mission.
Okay. I would say in general, I guess we don't really have anything set in stone. So, whatever opportunities, whether it's from our end or your end, I think it's just a matter of sharing resources and then just finding opportunities where we can join in, whether it's as just providing an interpreter. I think that in itself just, doubles. And then if we bring in other APA communities, I think that just, we can take whatever we have now and then just build on that. And then, of course, I think on a bigger scale would be, we've had several requests on whether or not we plan to open more centers in other areas in Michigan. And I think that's kind of a big project, but I think that's always something we would like to do. So if there's ever an opportunity to collaborate with others to make that happen, I think that's also something that we want to work on.